Good morning. Welcome back to Frugal Days with Danina, and if you are new here, you are so welcome. I am out on my morning walk. I wanted to visit a little bit today about fitness. We'll just call this Fitness Friday because today is Friday. What do you do to stay fit, to stay agile, to maintain your mobility, your movement, your flexibility? As we age, it gets harder and harder. I am a 56-year-old early retired teacher. I am very blessed to have the time now to spend on my health that I didn't feel like I had the time when I was still teaching. So I try to make sure that I'm out doing things every day that help my health. I'm going to turn this camera around so you can see the pretty fall view while we visit. There are some pretty fall trees this morning. All right, there's some pretty fall trees. I'm out near my dad's house doing my morning walk. I just returned from a trip. I did a video recently about how in the world do I afford to travel places if I'm retired, and especially if I'm a retired teacher. I try to pick places to walk that offer some ups and downs, some different kinds of terrain. I think that helps with my agility, my mobility, my flexibility. I try to walk as often as possible. Now that it's cooler, I can even walk more than once a day. In fact, this weekend we are supposed to have our first really cold weather, below freezing weather, where I live. So I will bundle up and get outside and get some exercise in anyway. We'll see how that goes. Got some friends barking at me this morning. Another thing I try to do that's easy and free. This is a channel about frugality. If there are stairs, I try to take the stairs instead of the elevator. On my most recent trip, I was at a hotel instead of in my motorhome, and there were both stairs and elevators. So I tried to opt for the stairs every time that I could. I'm going uphill now, if you can't tell from my heavy breathing. There's lots of things we could all do in our daily life that are free. They don't cost a penny, but can help add to your overall health. Part of the reason I decided to retire when I did was because of my health. I knew several years in advance that that's what I would want to do, and my health was definitely part of that equation and part of the plans I had for the future. I knew that having a fitness plan was going to be a big part of my retirement. I also knew I was not going to have much money to invest in that. Walking, I feel like, my opinion, walking is one of the best things for me, I feel like. It definitely helps with my arthritis. It definitely helps with my energy level. It helps with my mental health, and it's free. I live in a small town, so I just look for different areas where I can go walking, where I feel safe. I always wait till the sun comes up in the morning, and if I'm going to walk in the evening, I make sure I do it before dark. A few of the places that I've chosen are where I'm at now, which is near my dad's. It's in his neighborhood where there's not much traffic and I feel safe. And there's a lot to look at. I like to be outside when I walk because there's so much to look at. Another area I walk at is at different camping and boating areas because I live near a lake. I go in the daytime. There's lots of people out there camping, fishing, putting their boats in, taking their boats out. So I feel safe in those areas. Strangely enough, another area I have been considering is the cemetery in my town. It's a good little stretch of the legs. It's got a couple of hills, and I would feel safe walking there in the daytime, and there definitely wouldn't be any cars driving by fast. So that's something I'm going to give a try this winter. I've mentioned in previous videos that I also joined my local activity center in my town, and it's very reasonably priced, and I pay a monthly fee, and then I can go there an unlimited amount of times. They have classes, they have equipment, they have a pool, so I take swim classes there. I feel like it's well worth the money. But if the time came that I couldn't do that anymore financially, then of course I would just continue with my walking and doing some more exercise at home. Another thing I do at home is chair exercises. I found many on YouTube. Obviously you are a YouTube watcher, or you would not be seeing me right now. But if you just do a search on YouTube for the kind of exercise you want to do, you feel comfortable doing, there are all sorts of things you can do for low or no cost if you do a little research. I'm going to turn the camera back around so you can get some more of those fall views while we continue our visit. All right, I'm heading back uphill. These trees are definitely showing their fall colors, but not nearly as pretty as some of the others I've seen. My recent trip to Eureka Springs, Arkansas was gorgeous. The trees there were so much prettier than the ones where I live. We've had quite a bit of rain this fall, for us anyway, and I wonder if that has something to do with the colors not being quite as vibrant as they're changing. Normally after my walk in the mornings, I would head to the activity center to do a water aerobics class there, but this morning after my walk, I'm going to meet some friends for breakfast at a local restaurant, and I feel like that's also good for me. It's a social activity with people I enjoy being with, that I care about, that I've been friends with for a long time. And I feel like being social, to the degree that you're comfortable being social, is also part of a healthy routine. I have a friend in town that's not going to be in town much longer, and I definitely want to spend this extra time with her if I can. So we're going to meet for breakfast, and I'm going to do that rather than go to my swim class. Then Monday I will get right back in gear and go do my water aerobics after my walk. I think we have to balance what a healthy lifestyle is, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. In my opinion, health has many facets, many compartments, many parts, and it's important to balance all of them. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday, and that you will build some fitness into your Friday, whatever that may be for you. Do what you can with what you have. Have a great weekend.